I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Your time hasn't come yet.
My time?
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but... Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
Script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. However, you appear to be ignorant of this. So it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are?
Not your enemy, perhaps.
That's not what
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know something about the Stellaron Hunters. That's all. Maybe I can help.
What reason would you have for doing that?
I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. I know who is inside that cold armor. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. I don't need help. But I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family.
Already on it.
And the Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next, then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for her?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy. I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way. But as you can see, here I am, confronting you.
The so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me?
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
Hang on. I don't.
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light. So, I really...
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
We heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan, but we never expected Miss Robin to...
I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that, stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this, and we all—
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Indeed, he was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle.
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Look, let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions. I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during... He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious. Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close. Teaming...
So you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgment.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. No, I can't accept this. Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine?
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? He's definitely going for the family, and it's just a matter of how. The harmony is strong in Penacony, and almost impossible to take on head-to-head. An attack on the hotel guests? Unlikely. Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this galaxy... I was also considering this possibility. Especially because he respects you so much, and has sought you out before a few times. Perhaps. I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people, and he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Aventurine said something that concerns me. He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever. It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious. Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity. However, I asked Dan Heng back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost mess. You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acker? That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger. They're eccentric, unpredictable, and fond of being alone. No one.
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up, but I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well, because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these... No. After all, they've brought everyone this sleepy dreamscape, which everyone loves. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows. Aw, what a mess. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now.
Among our current clues, the two murders that she witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel?
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem.
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himeko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission.
I will. Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like...
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express.
Well,
Is there something about my name?
first, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Keen intuition. Not even the family man. So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony, I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in... Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is... Is she okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
She's fine. Let's just stick with the topic. Gaining my trust depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me, and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
the guest rooms are charmingly minimalist, an aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch, this music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well...
Gradation 12.
Well done.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted.
They sought refuge in the land of sleep. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary.
When have the...
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it... It's like it's been erased.
Who are you? Who are you?
It's... No. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend it... unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh, a phone. Wanna listen in? One corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up.
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
The guest rooms are charmingly anesthetic.
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter. The independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby... The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Abjin extinction event into a distant memory.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles.
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. You promised us a land of honey. When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I don't ask for a peaceful death. Just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddled sweetly as otherwise? Why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! 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 The rain!
Raining?
It is raining! It's true! Those Outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gayat. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were... Such Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. May the goddess Gayatri close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever peace, and your scheme. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad.
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the fate of the— To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself, until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, that's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of Besides Robin, there was another body.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. Oh, she must have come This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the piece. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These 2 murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do?
Incredible, gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her. But she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand. There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However,
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat.
a probability. Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or—
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere...
Fine. Oh, that's great. It's... Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. Well, without any further ado, let's set off.
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great...
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Amanica star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this...
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner.
Hey, Doc,
Who's to say I won't...
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue.
Hey, you two! That's a place of business.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him the suspect.
Oh, I remember you. Veritas Ratio. Your punch virtual particle clock is impressive.
Excuse me?
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket dimensional annihilating power armor of...
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours doesn't exist.
That's because you can't see it.
It seems like the idiocy index here is no better than it...
A dead end?
The door is shut tight.
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you get in before?
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these night... On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify something before setting the statue...
Well, maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look. Of course, we can also use brute force.
Six nightingales facing in different directions. They are.
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles.
There are no eagles in the five families, only nightingales.
This is hardly enough for a seat at the table. Feeling lucky.
Offer you the chance to join the Genius Society.
Really? I thought you'd given up on that.
I was being sarcastic. Can't you tell?
Oh, impressive.
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape.
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death.
Hold on.
Huh? What's wrong? Are we heading the wrong way?
No, but this door is locked.
My friend? Did you really make an appointment with him?
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with him. If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open this door in the hall or this place will—
Oh, an escape room. My favorite.
Get serious. I've no time for games. Let's head back. The hint—
Wow. That's an enormous sandpit. I'd love to build a tall building for myself. Once I have enough savings. Oh, look. There's a noticeable gap in the model.
There wasn't a gap before. That man must have done it intentionally.
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what was here last time, right?
Of course. Let's look around. When I see it, I will know it.
Fine. Fine. Why do I feel that we're pursuing a degree in burglary now?
found it. This is it.
Oh, Doctor, you're huge. Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me into Sunday's collar, and I'll infiltrate the family just like that. Oh, fine. I was just kidding. Let's find a way to open the door.
Hello! Welcome to the I Am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through the tour of the base model. Happy to...
And tell me about the...
Hello! I am an Oak Soldier. Model. Please move.
What's up with that? Now the family's toys are trying to frame me? I didn't do a thing to it, Doc. You've got to be my witness. Oh, capsule machine. So, I was right. These models have interiors that look exactly like the real buildings. The only difference is that no one lives in them. Funny that Sunday puts a miniature that makes him seem like a giant by comparison, right where he... First thing in the morning. Insecure much?
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Now, it's time.
Let's rock!
Nap time. Pretty good crowd today.
Turn it up!
I hit the mark.
Naughty child. Just a little something.
Nice teamwork. Ready to lose yourself?
You can fight it, or rock with it!
It's time. Lance forward!
Keep up!
Oh, one of the fragments flew upstairs. I'll need to use the pinball machine to flick myself up there. But it's tough. Oh, great. There's another pinball machine base. Doc! I'll need your brain power again.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. Finally, a moment of peace. Your answers?
Winvig, keep quiet.
Song's for you.
Answer me! 0 points!
I'm okay. When they keep quiet.
Mediocre.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Not bad. 5 points.
Let's rock. When they keep quiet. My turn.
Pretty good crowd today.
Luke.
I'm asking questions. Answer me.
Time for them ready to lose yours. You can fight it or rock with it.
Your answers?
That's better. Turn it up.
I'm asking questions.
Nap time.
This song's for you. Time for the main event. Keep up!
Got the defense?
Ready to lose your you can fight it or rock with it.
That'll take more than medicine.
I'm on guard. Pretty good crowd today. This song's for you. Turn it up.
Got the defense?
Nap time.
Pretty good. Let's rock. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it. This song's for you. Keep up.
Your answers?
That'll take more.
Turn it up.
That'll take more nap time.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
I'm asking.
Not.
For the theater of the mediocre. Since when were knowledge and wealth mutually exclusive? That's it. Pleasant moments of solitude are always fleeting.
Here. Thanks, Doc. Oh, Ratio, you should come in here and take a look. The view here is breathtaking. Honestly, you could easily... Hold on. Piece of cake.